Pakistan's Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir and Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi were seen leaving the building after they met in Tehran. A high-level Pakistani delegation led by Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir arrived in Tehran for key talks with Iranian officials ahead of the fresh negotiations between Iran and the United States. Munir, accompanied by Pakistan's Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi and other officials, reached the Iranian capital on Wednesday as part of the ongoing mediation efforts. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi personally received the delegation at the airport. According to Iranian state media, the discussions are focused on outlining a possible roadmap for renewed talks between Iran and the United States. The visit comes just days after the indirect negotiations between Washington and Tehran were held in Pakistan over the weekend. Those talks aimed at ending the ongoing conflict concluded without any agreement. Islamabad had hosted the meeting after brokering a two-week ceasefire earlier this month, nearly 40 days after the United States and Israel launched their war on Iran.
Pakistan's army chief arrived in Iran Wednesday to try to push for an end to the U.S. war with Iran. A senior Iranian source told Reuters that Field Marshal Asim Munir, who had mediated the last round of talks, was there to narrow gaps between the two sides. U.S. and Iranian officials are now weighing a return to Pakistan for a new round of negotiations. President Donald Trump told Fox Business Network on Tuesday, in an interview broadcast Wednesday, that he viewed the war as close to over. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ismail Baghai confirmed the two sides have been exchanging messages through Pakistani intermediaries since talks broke down on Sunday.
The exchange of messages continues. From the very day, Sunday, when the delegation of the Islamic Republic of Iran returned to Tehran until today, numerous messages have been exchanged through a Pakistani intermediary. Our positions have been made very clear both there as well as in those exchanges.
But the diplomatic effort is being tested by a U.S. naval blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, now entering its third day. A fifth of the world's oil and gas travels through the waterway. Baghai called the blockade provocative and contrary to international law, warning it could be a prelude to a breach of the ceasefire and that Iranian forces would react as necessary. The two sides remain far apart on core issues. Washington has proposed suspending Iran's nuclear activity for 20 years. Tehran has countered with 3 to 5 years. Iran is also demanding compensation for war damages, not just a lifting of sanctions. Trump launched the war alongside Israel on February 28th, triggering Iranian attacks on Gulf neighbors and reigniting a conflict between Israel and Iran-backed Hezbollah in Lebanon. Complicating peace efforts, Israel has continued to attack Lebanon as it targets Hezbollah, who are backed by Iran. Israel and the U.S. say this campaign is not covered by the ceasefire, while Iran insists it is. Israel's Security Cabinet will convene late on Wednesday to discuss a possible Lebanon ceasefire, a senior Israeli official told Reuters, after Israel and Lebanese officials held talks in Washington a day earlier.